Hi there, I'm Christopher, and we're going to play a game of Spades in Carte Blanche. So we get started by, as usual, choosing who's going to be the dealer first. And it is going to be Blanche. Dealer determines who gets to go first, as is somewhat common. So Spades is a trick-taking game. It's often played, most trick-taking games I find are four-handed games, so you're playing with four different players. Spades in particular is usually played in partnerships, so it's 4 players, 2 versus 2, which is kind of fun. But this is a two-handed variant of Spades that Blanche is particularly fond of. And it plays very much the same, but there are some slight differences, and this first part is one of the major differences. So in a normal game of four-handed Spades, you would just deal out the whole deck to everybody, and everybody would get 13 cards for their hand. But in the two-player variant, you draft your hand. So you start with no cards, and then you draw cards from the deck to make your hand. And the way that you do it is you draw the top card from the deck and look at it. So we're looking at it here. It's the 7 of clubs. I can choose to either take that 7 of clubs, or I could take the next card in the deck, which I don't know what it is. It's this one, but I don't know what the value is. If I think the 7 is kind of a low value card, I might want to take this one. Or if the 7 were something I was looking for, then I might take this instead. 7's kind of in the middle. This one's a little bit difficult to call for me. I probably don't want the 7, but I have a feeling I'm going to regret my choice here. So I'm actually going to take this one. And it is the 2 of clubs, much lower than the 7. But anyway, so that 7 that I chose not to take gets discarded, and I get the 2 that I did not know I was taking, but I take it anyway. So King of Diamonds versus something. I'm going to go King of Diamonds. As with many trick-taking games, higher valued cards are usually better. So a king sounds pretty good to me. The other option was an ace. So that's not too bad. So one thing about the way this draft works is that you only get one of these 2 cards, but you get to see them both. So I know, for example, that Blanche does not have the Ace of Diamonds. This isn't super critical. It's not really that much of a memory kind of game. But if you do pay attention, I know that she doesn't have the Ace of Diamonds, and we haven't gone over exactly how to play yet, but the Ace would have beaten my King. And now I know that the Ace is not in play at all, so the King is actually the best Diamonds card in this particular round. King of Spades is very exciting. As you might be able to guess from the title, Spades are particularly strong in this game. So the King of Spades is pretty good. There's only one card that's better than it, and you can guess what it is. I'm going to take the King for sure. You can see Blanche is doing the same thing over on her side. 2 of Diamonds, absolutely not. Yeah, see? Not too bad. So we do this until we've got 13 cards, and I'm going to kind of make some of these choices a little quickly. If there's an interesting one, maybe I'll stop and talk about it, but we want to get to the fun part. The hand's not turning out too badly here. Some high cards in there. No aces yet. I do like aces. Ooh. Now you see, this is where things get tricky. So again, Spades are particularly strong. So having a spade is better than another card, but a 6 of Spades is just kind of low. And so it's like, do I get the proper opportunity to use it and make the most of it? This might even be a better spade. This is where you got to make your choice. I'm going to go with the 6 of Spades. See, that one was better, but I had no way of knowing. Oh. Well, you're going to end up with some cards you don't like. It's just how it goes. Yep. I have no aces. Okay, so the way that a trick-taking game works, if you're not familiar, is that we are, in a moment here, going to play cards from our hand one at a time. So one player is going to play a card, other player plays a card, and then the better of the 2 cards wins that round, which is called a trick in this game. I don't actually know where that comes from. But so you're going to want to have the better card to play, like an ace of a suit would beat a 10 of that suit, for example. There are a couple other rules to how you play the cards, so you don't just get to play whatever card you want. And as I said, spades are a little bit special because if you do get a chance to play a spade, they're more valuable than the other cards. They're kind of a higher rank. So this part of the game, after we've drafted our hand, is one of the sort of cornerstones of the Spades experience. We have to bid how many tricks we think we're going to take. So I can bid anywhere from 0, which is called nil, all the way up to 13, which would be taking every single trick, because there are 13 cards. We're going to play 13 tricks. And this is the crux of the whole game, and the strategy is trying to bid as perfectly as you can. It's okay if you're not exactly right. In some cases, you'll still get some points, but the further off you are, the worse it is for you. So getting this perfectly right is fantastic. That would be the best. So if I look at my hand, just to talk a little bit of strategy, my spades are decent. I have the king and the queen. I had not seen the ace. So Blanche either has the ace or she missed out on it. But I don't know the status of the ace. The ace is going to win a trick no matter what. If it's played, it's the best card in the game. So if the ace were paired with my king, the ace would win and my king would not. But in any other situation, the king would be a guaranteed win, and then the queen would be a guaranteed win because I also have the king. And then there's the jack that's missing. Same deal. Like, I don't know about that, but barring that, the 10 would definitely win. So ignoring the ace, pretty good chance I'm going to win 3 tricks from a 10 queen king. I can almost guarantee I'm going to win 2, but it's not 100%. Another thing that's important in this game is that you have to follow the suit that was led. So when the trick starts, if somebody plays a diamonds card, you have to play a diamond. If you don't have the card of that suit, then you get to play a different one. And so this is where that 6 of spades is going to get important, because you can see that I only have one hearts card, a jack of hearts. And if I get rid of that, then if another hearts card is led, I could play the 6 of spades. And even if the 6 is a lower value than the hearts card that's played, it's a spade. It's better than all of them. So anyway, there's a lot of this kind of strategy and figuring out, like, how many tricks do I think I'm going to win? I could see, just kind of skipping ahead here, I'm going to say that I could probably get 6. I might be able to get more, but again, let's just go for 6 for now. If you're going to be wrong, it's sort of better to be lower. So if I thought I was going to get 6, but I wasn't sure, I might go for 5. That's better than being wrong in the other direction. So I'm going to go for 6. Blanche goes 6 as well. So you'll notice our bids add up to 12. So somebody is definitely going to be wrong, because there are 13 tricks to be won, and we have collectively bid 12. So somebody's going to be wrong, and we might both be wrong. We'll see how that goes. So since I'm the non-dealer, I start, and you can see that over on the left there's a little spades icon that's crossed out, and that is indicating whether spades has been broken or not, which means, has spades been played in this round yet? If it hasn't, then you can't actually start a trick with a spades card. You have to wait until spades have been played via some other means. So I'm not allowed to start with a spades card. Now, if I had an ace, this would be a great time to play it, but I don't. So I'm going to go with, well, actually, let's do this. I'm going to play that hearts card, and we'll void out in hearts and see how it goes. So she's probably going to win this. Yeah. But if she plays another heart, yeah. So now, it went by kind of fast before, but she had an ace, which was better than my card. So she won that trick, and you can see that over on the right, she has 1 trick towards her bid of 6. And now she's played a heart. Now I get to play anything, because I don't have a hearts card to match. So I can play anything I want. If I play a spade is going to be better than every other card. So even though a 6 technically doesn't beat a king, a spade beats everything. So, ta-da, I win. And now it's back to me. However, spades has been broken now. So since I played a spade, spades are available to lead a trick, and I've got some decent spades, but they're not all guaranteed wins, as I mentioned before. So we'll see how it goes. Ooh. She either doesn't have the ace. Aha, she didn't have many diamonds. So she didn't have another diamonds card to play, which meant she was allowed to play a spade, and she did, won that trick, and now she's played the ace. I can't beat the ace, but I do have to play a spade. I'm not allowed to play something that's not a spade. So unfortunately, I have to give up this 10, which is a pretty powerful card, but that's okay. Oh, well, it's kind of a waste. But I now know that the king and the queen are going to win, because the only thing that would have beaten either of them that I didn't have was the ace, and that's already been played. Kind of a waste, but there we go. And now if I play another spade, that will force her to play a spade if she has one. So now that's gone. I need to win 2 more tricks. Losing confidence a little bit. I thought that would play out a little bit differently. Let's try a club. Ooh, I only need 1 more. Does she have another clubs card? She does not. I don't think I'm going to make my bid. Oh boy. Oh, because she doesn't have diamonds either. Yep. Oh, she had a lot of spades. Oh, she had so many spades. Okay. Well, I bid 6. And I took 5. That's an overbid. I get no points. Blanche took bid 6 and took the other 8. So that's underbid. So she gets the points. The points that you're playing for are your bid times 10. So she bid 6, she was playing for 60 points. And since she got at least 6, she does get her bid. So 60 points for her. However, she took 2 more tricks than she was supposed to. And those over tricks are called sandbags. They're worth a point apiece. So her score is 62. Those sandbags can be a problem, though. That's probably going to come up later, so we'll save that discussion for a little later and start the next hand. Now, ace of spades, definitely taking that. 4 spades would have been nice too, but certainly the ace is the best. Ooh, we're all aces this time. I didn't have a single ace last time. Ooh, see, this is where it gets tricky. Do you take the 5 because it's a guaranteed spade, or do you hope this is better? Maybe I'm a little too emotional. Maybe I'll go for the 5. Okay. I don't actually know. Those feel of equal value to me. Maybe I'm not a good enough spades player to understand and appreciate the difference, but a jack of diamonds versus a 5 of spades, that seems about the same to me. Oh, I've got 3 aces. Look at this. The problem with a non-spade ace, though, is if the other player doesn't have a card in that suit, it doesn't matter that you have the ace. They could play a spade. So sometimes I get really excited that I've got aces, but they don't actually end up getting me tricks. Maybe that was a poor choice. I'll take a jack. Ooh. See, I feel like that's kind of similar. 7 of spades, 10 of clubs. I don't know. They just kind of seem about the same. I guess it depends on what other cards I have. But, all right, not too bad. So the ace of spades is a guaranteed bid. Trick. So I definitely do not want to bid nil. That would be incorrect. It's just absolutely not possible. You can't lose the trick with an ace of spades. And I've got the jack. I've got a couple other aces, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm kind of scared because it didn't work out last time, but I really do genuinely think I could do 6. Let's do it. So Blanche will start. She had the other ace. All right. Oh, I can't beat that. Oh, she keeps the clubs going. Okay. Now I see that. Now this is interesting because I could definitely win this with this king. And I feel like I would want to play the ace, but I'm wondering, she played a 10, which is a little strange. I wonder if now she's out of out of hearts. Or if, I'm overthinking it. Let me go with this ace of diamonds because that feels somewhat safe. I still can't play a spade. I guess let's go with this. See what happens. Ooh, a queen. So she was trying to sneak that queen in there. I'm going to play this 9 of diamonds, even though she probably has a higher one, because now I am void in diamonds and clubs. Yeah, and I can play this 5, and I could guarantee a win with an ace. Now, if she is longer in spades than I am, she might have the higher ones, and these won't net anything good for me. So I'm actually going to play just a throwaway suit here, in the hopes, that one matches up. Okay, I don't really care what happens now. Oh, take too many. Oh, actually, I should have played maybe a little more offensively and stopped her from getting her bid. I wasn't paying enough attention, but that's okay. I made my bid this time. Underbid, so 1 sandbag for me, and I think she got a perfect bid this time. Yeah, she did. Okay, So 1 sandbag for me, but we both got our 60 points. This game is played to 200. So Spades is one of those games that you can kind of play however you want. Very often Spades is played up to 500, but that makes the game run a little bit long. So Blanche likes to play to 200. So she's actually in a pretty good position to win. But I doubt she's going to get a hand that's worth 8, but you know what? It could still happen. Sometimes it happens. I need to stop her from making any points this time because I'm kind of way behind since I missed that first round. That's okay. Yeah, I kind of like the way that turned out because now I don't have any clubs. Well, I only have 5 cards. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a club of some sort like that. Never mind. Okay, all that not having clubs business, that was all wrong. So on the off chance that Blanche plays well and does not get into this situation, I'll talk about the sandbags. So the sandbags are the over tricks. If you take more tricks than you bid, you get 1 point for every over trick. Or sandbag, they're the same thing, the same term. But those, so, you know, if you bid too much, then you don't get any points. If you bid too low, you do get points, but you take on those sandbags, and those are troublesome because if you, I really think I'm going to go for 6 again. It's getting kind of weird. If you, over the course of the game, accumulate 10 sandbags, then you get a penalty. Blanche plays with a 50-point penalty. And you can tell how many sandbags you have by looking at the last digit of your score, since they're worth 1 point each. So Blanche has 2, I have 1. If she were to, over the course of the game, take 8 more tricks than she bid over the number of a couple of rounds, then she might end up getting a penalty. Don't know if that's going to happen, but... See, now this is nice, this King, Queen, Jack, 10. But first of all, she might have the ace. And second of all, she might not have as many diamonds as I do. And then I run through them and... Ooh, a 2. I might actually get a couple tricks out of this. Okay, she's got to be out of diamonds by now, right? Yes. Oh, my poor little Queen of Spades don't have a king. She has a king. Oh, I'm not getting anything from Spades, and I am not super strong. Wow. Okay. I think my only chance is to hope she still has a heart. A heart's card, that is. And it's not an ace. She does not. Oh, and she has clubs. I'm not going to make my bid again. Oh, no. Oh, I wasn't paying any attention. Yeah. Well, I know I can't win this because she doesn't have any hearts. Whoops. Well, this is the nature of trying to explain a game while you play it. We're going to go with that. It's not that I'm bad. Okay. It is clear that I'm actually not that good at this right now. I've beaten Blanche before, though. I have... Oh, the Ace of Spades. I have the screenshots to prove it, I was going to say, but... It's all for naught. The Ace of Spades is gone. But again, it's nice to know that the Ace of Spades is gone, so she definitely does not have it. The King can still beat the Queen that I have, but we don't know if that's in play or not. We just don't know. Okay, I'm fairly long in Spades. 5 is a pretty good run of a suit. And especially Spades. You know what? Yeah. I was trying to get another spade, thinking like, oh, maybe there's a secret one under there. Okay, see? Because like having Spades is great because if you have more than the other player, then it doesn't matter if they're low value, you're going to get to play them. Oh, she bids 7. So she only needs 3, which would be 30 points, and that would take her over. But she bids 7. Which means she's pretty confident in her hand. And now that I look at mine, it's not great. I single in hearts, which is nice. And I'm decently long in spades, but that's... Oh, I did not mean to do that. Well, This is going to be maybe okay. That was a mistake, and we're just gonna have fun with it. We're just gonna run with it. Can we stop her? See, if we could stop her from getting 7, then that would be worth it. Can I stop her from getting 7 with this hand? I don't think I can. Because she does have the queen, or the king. But I have the queen, so that's one more that's definitely coming to me. And then I'm going to try to win. Oh, I might have known that she didn't have diamonds and forgotten. Oh, no. Ooh, that's an odd. Okay, so she's probably playing out her clubs, if I had to guess. Now, does she have more spades is the question, because she only needs one more trick and she's going to win the game. And I am going to severely lose the game. What do we do here? Because I don't remember what was played. If there's a 10 of spades out there, I'm going to go for it. Oh, she doesn't have any spades. She doesn't have any spades. Oh, no. Oh, that was exciting for a moment, though, right? Yeah, look at all those. That was a mistake. Whew, okay, well played, Blanche. Man, if that last card of hers was not a club card, then she would have overbid, and we would have kept going. But I couldn't have caught her anyway. I misbid a couple times. So well played, Blanche. A good game indeed. So that was a game of spades in Carte Blanche. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see any of the other games in Carte Blanche, there's a video for each of them, a full session of gameplay for each of the games. There's also an overview video if you want to just see the gist of the Carte Blanche experience. And if you want any more information or to keep up to date, you could check out carteblanche.cards. I think that's about it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you at the table.